bunch of years ago, I worked in this factory, and for the most part, everybody there was either angry or depressed. Now, I was both, and I would dread going in there. I hated it. I just hated it. I wanted so much better for my life. I didn't want to be trapped doing this mindless work every single day. So I would come into the workplace with this mindset of just stay focused, get your work done, and then it'll be over, and you could go home and it'll be over. Just stay focused. So I'd walk into the workplace. Now, after a while of being there for a while as an employee, I got advanced. I got my own work spot. Now, in this company, everybody would switch and rotate all the time. So you never knew where you were going to be that day or who you were going to work next to. But not me. I had my own work spot. I had my own desk, my own chair, my own shelving. So really, it was a matter of who was going to work with me, not the other way around. So I would come into the workplace and punch in and then go to my spot. Well, one particular day, I could feel these sets of eyes on me. And I didn't really want to look up because I didn't want to acknowledge anybody. I just wanted to pretend that I wasn't there and that I didn't really exist. And so I'd have my headphones on and would escape inside my own reality. But I could feel it, like a burning sensation, just these eyes staring right at me. So I look over, and there's a husband and wife. They're working with each other today, and they're sitting next to each other, and they're looking at me, both of them, like really looking at me. Okay, so I kind of nod. How you doing? Mm-hmm. They don't respond. They just keep looking at me. So I figure there must be something behind me. No, it's just a shelf. Nothing going on here, nothing weird. I don't see anything crawling on the walls. Do I have horns? No. So nothing unusual. So why are they looking at me? So I look back. This time they start doing one of these. And I start thinking, oh no. Oh no. Are they going to ask me for a threesome? No. I don't want that. So no. It couldn't really be that, right? Like, it has to be something else. So I keep kind of watching back and trying to figure out their body language. And then I just got a feeling. You know, we got those at times. Feelings. So I got a feeling. And I felt that I knew exactly what they wanted. Like, exactly. And even though there was no indication of what they wanted, and I couldn't hear them, and I couldn't actually read their thoughts, but for some reason, I just knew. I knew exactly what they wanted. And now I was going to face an issue because soon the bell would go off and it'd be lunchtime, meaning I would have to leave my work area. And once I did that, then what I knew they wanted would become vulnerable. But the bell went off and I gave them kind of a look like, don't you dare do what I know you're going to do. And then I left for lunch. Just go to my website, wearexpressions.com, where you'll find all kinds of funny and interesting expressions on t-shirts, hoodies, and even mugs. Just go to wearexpressions.com and take a look. You might find something you like, including my What in the What t-shirt. wearexpressions.com. 30 minutes later, I come back in and walk into the building and kind of forgot a little bit about that whole thing. I go to sit down and I end up on the floor. Yeah. The seat. There's something about the seat. Yeah. What happened is exactly what I thought was going to happen. They wanted my chair. And as soon as I left for lunch, they took my chair. I had so many thoughts going through my head. Like, first of all, the nerve. To sit here all day pointing your finger at me and staring at me while I'm sitting in my chair, all the while plotting how you are going to steal it and switch it for your chair. Which, let me be honest here and try not to be nasty or vulgar, none of that, I'm just being honest. The person who sat in that particular chair was very large, morbidly obese, and they must have over time broken down their chair because the chair would not rise anymore and got sunken in. But the chair was only a year old. So they had the nerve to believe that they were going to sneakily switch my chair out for theirs so they would get the better chair and leave me with the crappy chair. And like what? I wasn't going to notice? That I wasn't going to figure out it was them? So as I sat there now on the floor because the chair sunk so low, I just couldn't believe it. And I was like, those son of a bitches. And then I gave them an angry glare. But this time they had their backs to me. They wouldn't dare look at me. But I just couldn't believe it. I thought, what am I, in kindergarten class? I mean, seriously. They plotted to take my chair? There's so many things that are wrong about that. First of all, the fact that you think you could sneakily switch my chair and I wouldn't notice. The fact that you would stare at me all day long and still have the balls to do it. The fact that I had been working at this place for nearly 8 years by this point, and they had only been there about 3 months. That's like taking your boss's chair out of his office. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, am I an adult? Am I in the workplace or is this kindergarten class? I went up to my supervisor and pointed it out and said, look, I'm not going to put up with this crap. I'm a grown man. I'm not going to be plotted out in some kind of kindergarten heist of my desk chair. I said, you need to do something about it. I want my chair back, and I don't want nobody touching it. That's my chair, that's the chair I sit in, and that's the way it is. This isn't kindergarten class. I don't want to play games, and I certainly don't want to be forced to come here to bitch about someone taking my chair. I'm a grown man. He laughed. I then punched him in the face. I got fired, and then I got rehired where I punched him again, and then I got my chair back. Okay, all that didn't happen, but he did laugh, and I said, I don't think it's really funny. I don't find it funny at all. Not one bit. That those two sat there and conspired against me all day long to steal a freaking chair. Seriously, this is a workplace, not kindergarten. Okay? So that's my little story about how 2 morons stole my chair and thought I wouldn't notice. But I did notice when I ended up on the floor.